So I want to welcome you all and say Happy New Year to all my subscribers and amazing people out there. Let's dive into this AI called Perplexity AI. Mostly is recommended for students, but I won't really say it's meant for only students. No, it's meant for everybody, but mostly students are the one that benefit most from this because it has a lot of features there, okay, which we are going to look at, not on the platform, but I'm just going to kind of like digress on them, and you can check it out if you need it. So to start with, I want to say something. There is some ideologies that has been made or said by other YouTubers, okay, concerning this Perplexity AI, that once you pay for the premium plan, you automatically get access to other premium AIs, premium features of other AIs, such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and the rest of them. And I want to tell you that this is not true, because AIs are trained differently. Even though they are all depending on the same model, they are trained with the same model, but not really in the same experience. It's not the way this one interacts with whatever prompt or whatever query that you give it will be the same way the other one will interact with. Like, they interact differently based on the experiences they have been given. Okay, so you can't tell me that the ChatGPT in Perplexity AI is also the same as the ChatGPT in the main ChatGPT platform. Is not the same, because if you try the same prompt on both of them, you're not going to get the same results. You're going to get different results. Okay, so don't think that because you paid for the premium Perplexity that you're going to get premium ChatGPT, the normal premium ChatGPT. No, you're going to get a ChatGPT that has been tailored with another experience, not really the original experience of the original ChatGPT. Okay, so without further ado, I want to tell you also that Gemini and ChatGPT has something in common. Okay, Gemini and ChatGPT are designed for high brain power creative tasks. Like, you need to create something, you need prompts to create something too, or you want to arrange a script, you want to make out something that is creative. That's where your Gemini and where your ChatGPT comes in place. Okay, while Perplexity and Google search, or you say just the Google search that we know, okay, where you go to google.com and you see all those different terms that is trending, and the ones that have trended in the past, and the ones that are still trending now, and the ones that have long-term search volume, that like in the long run people are more likely to keep on searching for that particular topic. Okay, so that particular Google search and Perplexity has something in common. Perplexity is not really a Google search stuff related, but it acts in a way that both of them are related. You go to Google, you search for something that is, you are looking for current something, you're looking for something that is up to date. The same way you go to Perplexity to get something that is up to date, but you can't get something that is up to date in ChatGPT. Sometimes you ask ChatGPT something that happened maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, and it will tell you that the current model it is using was updated so and so date. So you can't get any information that is coming up maybe presently, or you get. So it's something that it takes some time before they update it. It takes some time before they update it. But Perplexity is different in the sense that Perplexity is working from whatever result that is already on Google, whatever result that is already on web. So whenever you give a request query to it, it kind of like does web scraping to get the perfect answer or the perfect result to what you are looking for. So it has a lot of features. Let me talk about the sources and the output you get in Perplexity AI. What makes it look like as if it is Google, but it's not Google? First of all, we have the web result. So in this web result, that's the one I told you. It deals with real-time informations like the news that updates. Maybe you're searching for something that happened recently. You want to get a full detail of something that happened recently. There is a unique feature about this Perplexity in terms of the web output, because if you go to Google, you are going to your normal Google. I'm not saying Google is not correct, I'm not saying you should not use Google, but what I'm saying is Perplexity tends to tailor your result more directly to whatever you are looking for, because that time you will spend on Google scrolling through different blogs to find the exact information you are looking for, because whatever you are looking for on Google, a lot of people have already written something concerning that. Okay, so scrolling through to get the accurate information can be, time exhausting, but this Perplexity AI will kind of like cut off that time wasting and just scrape the web totally for you and give you the direct result of what you are looking for. That is the Perplexity web output part. Okay, so let me go to the academic part. This is where it gets interesting. Why I said Perplexity AI for students, but it doesn't mean that it's for students. Okay, in the academic part, we can see that you can use it to assess research papers. Okay, like the research paper we use for research projects, and you can get the journals from should I say old journals from different maybe professors or institutions that pinpointed one or two things concerning a particular topic that you want to pick and use in your research work or process. Okay, this is a good tool for that. We can go to the maths or the mathematics aspect. Okay, I know, yes, ChatGPT, you can type in or snap a mathematical question that is maybe already printed on a paper and it will solve it and give you the output. But ChatGPT is a kind of like general something. Sometimes it can make mistakes. Yes, that's why they used to tell you, do not trust whatever result you get from it. Always make your own research for confirmation. Okay, but I'm not saying Perplexity will give you 100% accurate result, but it is designed or it is created for that. Okay, so you can type in any mathematical questions and it solves quadratic equations, calculus, and the rest of them. Okay, so when we go to the video output part, in the video output part, we have that let's say you are looking for something like I want to do maybe gym exercise kind of stuff. I need physical practice, I need physical tutorials on whatever I want to do. Okay, I don't want to be reading them, I want a physical demonstration of whatever I want to do. So to get the physical demonstration, all you have to do is when you go to Perplexity, you are going to use the video output tab or the video output option there, so that once you input whatever you are looking for, it's going to bring out, instead of bringing out results in form of text, it's going to bring out videos that talk about that particular thing you are looking for. Okay, from there you see tutorials on that particular topic you are looking for and you are going to access it. Let's move on to the socials. When we come to the socials come to results on outward appearance of a person. For example, when we talk about queries pertaining to relationship or socializing between you and your environment, you want to ask questions, why is this happening? More of like natural life. Okay, so when we come to the writing part, I want to say something in this writing part. It's better to use ChatGPT in the writing aspect. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini, because writing means you are trying to create something, you are trying to write out something, and you need something new. Okay, so something new, I told you initially that ChatGPT and Gemini, they are for creative purposes. So this is where writing, even though Perplexity can do that writing stuff, but ChatGPT is more tailored to it. Okay, so you need to use combination of tools to achieve a good result, to achieve a better result. Okay, nice having you guys.